kind of want to change my shit up because I normally started with, yo, what's good? It's your boy JusB. Blah, blah, blah. Welcome to the JusB Show. Pop, 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 pop type shit. Mm-hmm. But lately I've been like, damn, I should just start it with a conversation. Mm. You feel me? Like it just come on. Because I got an intro.
Right. It's more real.
Yeah, I got an intro already. So the intro plays.
That's why I smile, laugh, and motivate. Born in the struggle, I know what it takes. That's why I smile, laugh, and motivate.
I chillin' with unity. Smile at the real, but the ones that was haters will never be granted immunity. Work with the willing, but who I kept slacking and sinking. This shit, it ain't new to me. I'm living this life, keep my mind in the sky. I'm Achilles, the guy when I motivate.
Boom. Now we talking. Like right now. Now we talking.
Gotcha.
You feel me? Mm-hmm. So, and I gotta make sure I don't look at that TV and get disturbed.
Get all distracted.
Get all distracted. Shit. But what's good, man? Welcome to the show. How you feeling? Good, man. For the people that don't know you already, man, tell them a little bit about yourself, your name. You know what I mean? Where you come from? You know, quick shit like that.
Well, you know, most people, for the latter part of the last, I would say, almost 11 years, people know me as Phoenix. Other people know me as, you know, Phoenix Vuitton. So many different names people call me, but everyone pretty much knows me as Phoenix. And now I've established myself as the first father of Las Vegas. And pretty much what it means is I am the overall seer of the House of Vuitton, and I'm the mother and father. So I'm pretty much so in tune with my masculine and female energy. Mm-hmm. I've decided to just merge those as two because a lot of people don't realize, even really I found out in the Hawaiian culture way back in the day, they were the people who were either trans or people who were masculine and feminine were considered mahus. Mm-hmm. And they were actually the child nurses or nannies or anything like that. And they were well respected. So I said, well, you know what? Let me go ahead and bring that up to today's culture. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people are still catching on to it. But when
Are you Hawaiian?
I'm not, actually. But I love, you know, the Hawaiian culture. Shout out to the Hawaiian culture, the Pacific Islanders. You know, it's such a beautiful and vast, rich culture.
I got a Hawaiian wife, man.
Yes, my sister,
it's nice.
She's beautiful. She is beautiful. Oh, my goodness. So I said, you know what? Let's go ahead and adapt that to today's culture because a lot of people don't understand that history repeats itself. You know, a lot of stuff that was done back in the day, it's still current to today, you know, so. That's just basically who I am. You know, I'm just your average member of I call it the Rainbow Mafia because there's too many damn letters as it is.
Man,
you know?
I've heard the alphabet people. What else? I've heard the circus. I was like, now, come on, y'all. That's a little bit too much on the edge.
You know what? The circus almost fits it, though.
Oh, my God.
There's so much chaos.
Right.
And I'm old school. You know, when I was coming up, it was LGBT. You know, and it's like they said, you either like dick, pussy, or both. And that's just it.
Right.
All this non-binary, I mean, no disrespect to the non-binaries and, you know.
Somebody just told me they were pansexual.
And
what is pansexual exactly?
I'm still trying to figure that out. Because when I hear people say, oh, I'm not gay, I'm queer, it's like, so you're gay.
Right.
Because back in the day, they didn't call us gay, they called us queer. And the pansexual, it's like, I feel like it's just another form of like bisexual.
Right.
You know, they're just trying to put another spin on it. But to me, it's like if you tell me you're pansexual, I'm like, okay, so you're bi.
Right, because that's what they told me. They were like, I'm attracted to guys. Like, I'll sleep with a guy and I'll sleep with a girl. And I was like, so you're bi? And they were like, no, I'm pan. I said, all right. I don't know the difference. I don't know the difference. But, I mean, to each his own.
To each his
Whatever.
own.
You know how I roll. It's to each his own, man.
Yeah.
Love who you gonna love. Sleep with who you gonna sleep with. Just be respectful of everybody else's decisions and choices.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You gotta, and people that do have boundaries for, you know, that are standoffish to those particular communities, it's like, yo, y'all gotta be respectful of those people too. Exactly. Don't bash them. As long as they not bashing you, don't bash them either. Exactly. You know what I mean? Let's just keep it mutual and keep it even.
Right.
That's how I look at it. I feel like that's the simplest way you can go about it. So nobody be fucking offended.
You would be amazed at how much you would have so much in common with a person.
Right.
You know, if you just don't. First of all, why are you thinking about what they do in their own bedroom.
Right.
You know, it's like just have a conversation with someone. You'd be amazed how you would become the best of friends.
Right.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
You know.
Now, ladies, if you paying the bills at your house, you know, and you come home and your man, you know, you got a trip at that point.
Yeah, I mean, it's like
that's a little different situation.
That's
But
a
other
little
than that,
different.
stay out of your neighbor's business and stuff like that. Let them people be who they gonna be.
Exactly.
You know, meaning everybody, not. You know, we got to be
Just
careful.
everybody.
Yeah.
You know, everybody.
So one of the very first times of me officially meeting you, we were over there at Mariposas, 2 Tons of Fun Entertainment. My wife Kat, Kiki, DJ Westside, George, the bad boy at karaoke. You know what I mean?
Right.
Georgie, he like, man, look, he the woo.
I saw
He can
the video.
sing.
Oh,
you
my
know.
goodness.
But I met you there at Mariposas, and okay, I'm not even gonna talk about how good you sing. You know, you do your thing and sing it. It wasn't the singing that I was super impressed with. I was like, damn, he can't sing. That's dope. It was the performance that you put on with every single fucking show that we're at. Y'all listen. It don't matter, bro. It don't matter if we're at karaoke. It don't matter if we at the studio. It don't matter if I'm at one of the Supreme Experience. It doesn't matter what it is. Your ass is performing all out. I mean, 110% effort.
Oh my goodness.
Where did that come from, man? What did that kind of man? You got that go get 'em for real.
You know what? Honestly, I've been like that since I was a little boy. Like, you know how when you at your family's house and your mama saying, do the little thing you do, and you know, and y'all forgive my voice. I'm like losing my voice, but I'm trying to get it back. Y'all know the weather's changing, so it's really fucking with, especially us black folks. So it's just been like that since I was a little kid. Like I love Michael Jackson, and I was a little boy. I would just like imitate him just on the spot. And then as I got older, you know, I kind of stopped. But then when I started performing back, I want to say 2022, it just sparked that energy again. And when I started going to karaoke, I used to go to karaoke back in LA, where I'm originally from. And I never forget it. The first song I did was, and it was on a dare. It was Another Sad Love Song.
Damn,
Tony
he
Braxton.
said a dare.
It was on a
I ain't
dare.
did a dare in so long.
My friend dared me. He said, I dare you to do this song. I said, I'll do it if you get me a drink. And he got me a drink, and I was like, damn, okay, I gotta live up to what I said.
Right.
And from there, it was just like, okay, this is cool. I never knew about karaoke like that, you know, because it was always considered, you know, like a stereotypical Asian thing. But coming out here and meeting up with George and finding out all about that, it was just like, okay, I can give my own little concert right there on the mic.
Right.
And like you said, no matter what song it is, I'm going to give the people a show. And what I love about it is being kind of like sometimes the only gay male in the building, and you have all these straight females going crazy. And the straight males are looking at you like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And I mean, that's just me though. And like you said, no matter where I am, I'm just, people like, they always say you just get high off of life. I get high off of life and energy and good vibes. If it's a good vibe in the building, I'ma just be me.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
And
As you should.
Yeah, exactly. And if you sometimes you get a little performance out of it, hey, you get that.
Right.
You know, it's all good. But I mean, I think for me too, music is also a good form of therapy. So sometimes I've done songs where in the middle of the song I just cry because I guess I needed that release. And
It's definitely an outlet.
it's an outlet.
For sure.
And a lot of people, they feel that as well. So it's a good way to connect with people. But I've always been that type of person. My energy just draws people to me, you know?
Yeah. Now, speaking of being yourself, you feel me? I'm myself because I'm loud. You know what I mean? I'm out there. I'm always being positive, and you know, so people, they gravitate toward that. But you, on the other hand, let me tell you, where in the hell did you get that damn fan from, man? Talking about the females going crazy. Every time we're out somewhere, especially at the karaoke, you get that fan out and you, I was like, what the hell was that noise? It was like, it's like, blah, 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 blah. Where did that come into play? Because let's break it down, right? You came, you did it for a couple weeks in a row, right? And then Boom. Next thing I know, Kiki had one. Kiki made the custom one. I said, okay, I see he trending around here. He trending. But hold on. Then after Kiki had one, out of all people, June had one.
Yep.
JJ came with the clack, clack, clack.
Yep.
And then I start seeing the girls that be over there in the corner, the different groups come, and they all had one.
Yep.
Where did that start, man?
So that started.
Blah, blah, blah.
So that started years ago. I found a store here in Las Vegas. It's a store called Get Booked, y'all. It's over what we call the Fruit Loop. So if you know where Piranha is in Free Zone, it's right over there. You basically can get a bunch of fans.
Fruit Loop.
That's what it's been called. They call it because you literally have clubs that are literally in a circular motion.
Oh wow, really?
It's right there. You
Gotcha.
literally hop from club to club to club, and so and how I taught myself how to clack the fans, it just came natural to me. And believe it or not, the fans are a big staple in the LGBTQ community.
Is that right? Okay.
You'll see them at balls. You'll see them at pageants. That's like our way of clapping. And I have a fan with me all the time because when I move around a lot, I get hot. So I gotta cool off a little bit. But I've always been known in my family to have a fan. Anywhere I go, they always say, "Where your fan at?" And sometimes I have two. So it's like, I may have two fans. And it just became a part of me and who I am. And I love the different types of fans that they're out there. I have one that literally has a picture of, for the people in our generation, if you remember the show Dynasty, there's a picture of Alexis Carrington, and she has a martini glass, and it literally says, "Bye, bitch," on there. And I have another one that's for AIDS Health Foundation, says "United We Stand." It's a big rainbow fan. So there's different types of fans. And like you said, Kiki has a custom one. JJ has one.
Yeah.
And so I'm
We're going to
pretty
get you
much...
the under the hood one for
Yeah,
sure.
I'm definitely going to give me an under the hood one. I got to have that one, because that's the brand.
Right.
But for me, it's also it's always fun to teach other people how to crack the fans open. Because for some reason, they just want to learn how to crack it open. And when they do, they get so excited.
Yeah.
Even I'm surprised Georgie knows how to crack a fan.
Oh my God.
And perfect.
I ain't surprised. I ain't even surprised.
I was like, wow.
He's so talented.
He's so multi-talented. So I said, okay, we can add that to your resume. Then.
Right.
But yeah, it's just who I am. It's like, it's just another accessory. Some, I always say, men collect cars, women collect bags. I mean, I collect bags too. But now I collect fans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So y'all know I'm into I like the Merces, you feel me? The satchels,
Merce.
whatever you want to call them, you know what I mean?
Bodies.
I like duffel bags to carry my thing in, man. And I seen this Louis Vuitton duffel bag, right? And I was like, I put it in the group like, "Hey, I need this bag." Bros was like, I already ordered it. I'm like, I know you didn't. The person we get it from, they come with dope designer bags, and it'd be like one-of-ones, right? You might get lucky and get a 3 of 3 type deal, but they go so fast, man. Shout out to the homie designer.
Yes.
You feel me? He do his thing out there, man. Y'all tap in. But let's talk about the Velvet Rope podcast.
Yes.
Podcasting is my world. I love it.
Yes.
I mean, we're on a podcast, but just tell us a little bit about the Velvet Rope podcast. What is it about? What is the context of it?
So the concept of it really came about was I was at work one day and I literally had an epiphany. I said to myself, I want to start a podcast. It literally just hit me. And immediately I started doing my research, what type of microphone to get, what type of program. I reached out to someone who I knew had a podcast. He told me a little bit, and then from there, I just ran with it. And when I decided to do it, I don't know if I initially knew the name, but it just came to me because the Velvet Rope it comes after the title of one of Janet Jackson's albums. I guess it's considered one of her best-selling albums. And for people like myself, we consider it a masterpiece because she said it's her most personal, vulnerable album. And I used to listen to it. I still do around the clock. That's the one album I can listen to front to back. And watching the concert, and I said, that's what I'm going to call it. But my interpretation of it is when you go to, say, a club,
right,
or you go to a museum, there's certain areas that are roped off. and it's like a VIP, so you can't get to there. My thing is, I'm gonna take you behind the rope. Then I'm gonna be your access to get there, and that's what my tagline has always been: is your access has been granted. And so anyone that comes onto the velvet rope or even watches it, you're a VIP. And when I started coming up with ideas for it, I literally knew I wanted to be entertainment. But then I thought to myself, what type of entertainment? Because a lot of people don't understand, when you start a podcast, what genre are you going to? And then you need to expand on that. What's your subgenre? Because you're stepping into a big, giant pond of other podcasts that are already doing what you're doing.
Right.
So how can you stand out?
Yeah.
So for me, it was easy. I've always been the type where I watch TV, I read the magazines, I read the blogs, good and bad, and then I started watching a lot of YouTube. And there was one particular woman I watched who really has become a big influence in my life. Shout out to T.S. Madison. That woman is hilarious as shit. She's raw, she's real, she drops knowledge. And watching her, watching The View, I said, that's my show right there. I said, I can take what they're doing and put my own spin on it. And so I've been doing that for the last 4 years, because I took a year off. And now it's elevated. It literally started as like a radio show.
Okay.
Where I would have topics. In between topics, I play music that fits the episode. And then by my 3rd season, I said, you know what? I want to elevate this. I want people to see the person behind the voice.
Yeah, that's my next question. Why should people watch you? You know, why should people turn on? Why should people go to Under the Hood and Phoenix Vuitton's page and watch the Velvet Rope?
So when you watch the Velvet Rope, one, you're not gonna know what you're gonna get, because the good thing about, and the difference between mine is, and I think what surprised you was, mine was a live show. So it's almost like a one and done, one take SNL type show format, where if you mess up, you mess up.
Yeah.
But it's okay. And I come with hard-hitting topics. Sometimes I ruffle some feathers. You know, I get people a little riled up, but that's okay. That's part of it. I want to get you riled up because I want your opinion. Don't just go by mine, you know. And bringing on different types of guests. Like I've had the distinctive pleasure of interviewing, you know, girls from Drag Race, U.S. and Canada, our Silver State Equality Director, former and current title pageant winners, you know, business owners. So I've interviewed so many different people, but at the same time, I make it fun.
Yeah.
You know, I want people to know you're inviting me. I always say, whether you invite me to your home, your car, you sneaking away in the bathroom to watch me, I don't care. You know, it's just the fact that you're inviting me in. But when you watch the show, it's going to be so fun. We play games. I want the audience to be interactive. You know, it's live comment as you're watching the show. You see your comment. You're like, oh, I feel a part of the show. That's what I want my audience to feel like. You're a part of the show.
Yeah.
So it's all about fun, entertainment. You know, sometimes we go a little deep. You know, we have a heart-to-heart moment, but that makes it so much more real and so much more inviting. Because when you watch a talk show, you want to feel like you're a part of the show. You want to feel like these people are a part of your family.
Yeah.
Because the most important thing is, growing up, you always want to see yourself or someone that looks like you on TV. And I feel like I'm one of those people where a young kid, whether they're in the hood, because I came from the hood, you know, they can say, I see myself in him. Someone that sees me, they represent me.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just all about fun, laughter, and you're going to have a good old time.
I know that's right.
You.
I know that's right.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so, you know, and, you know, thanks for agreeing to bring that to Under the Hood Studios. That was a blessing, because, you know, ever since we brought on Violet Kavasi, you know, and her and her homegirl Brittany is going to do a podcast. We knew that we wanted to tap into that community, you know, because our goal has always been to bring unity to communities, music, entertainment, podcast, arts, media. You know what I'm saying? So thanks again on behalf of Under the Hood and everybody else and staff and all of that. And our vendors and distributors and everybody, man, we appreciate all of y'all for working with us. You feel me? Because I mean, this thing wouldn't be possible without everybody being involved. You know what I mean? Yes, JusB or IC or whomever, Jay Ames, Cat or whoever, Frank, we all could start our own businesses, but just imagine with the type of energy and the type of frequencies that we're all operating on, where we can go from here. It's only up.
Exactly.
It's only up from here, you know. So of course we got to tap into these 3 key things: self-love, unity, and progression. Right. I know you on a personal level as well, but I still only know you from either karaoke or at the studio, you know. But you always have great upkeep. You always looking fly. So, you know, let's talk about some things that you do. Give me a couple things that you do to make sure self is good.
So the one thing that I do is I always, like you said, I look fly, and I try, you know, because I'm very much into fashion, you know, because everyone here in the studio, when they see me with my brown Louis bag, they know that's the business bag. So they know
Facts.
I come in with business. And the other thing that I do is I always make sure that I leave the house with positive energy, you know, and a lot of times when you go around certain people, you have to guard your energy. You can't give your energy to everyone, you know, because when you do, you give a piece of yourself to them. And sometimes you don't mean to do that. So you have to guard yourself. But most importantly, I have to make sure that I love who I am. Because I always tell people, when you come out to 3 people. You come out to your friends, who automatically knew. They just waiting for you to say something. You come out to your family, and then most importantly, you have to come out to yourself. Because what baffles me, and I thought about this the other day, is 2024. We say this every year. It's 2023. It's 2022. But still, 2024, there's still so many people, men and women, that are DL. So it's like, why are you so concerned about what society thinks about you?
Right.
Why are you so concerned what a society thinks about what you do in your room, your house, where you pay the bills, and who you fucking? Instead of living in your truth, being authentically you. And I read where someone said on Twitter, because a lot of people put so much crazy shit on Twitter. Hello? This is the message for y'all. If you hear someone say, I'm DL, you say to them, no, you're not DL, you're insecure. Because you're insecure of who you are. You're so worried about what other people are going to think about you instead of you worried about what you think about you. And I had to really come to grips with that, because as y'all can see, I am a gay man. Baby, I got nails on and I rock them well. I have so many men and women coming up to me be like, oh my God, I love your nails. I love your bag. I embrace it. I embrace it because I'm humble. So again, before you step out the house, love yourself, love who you are, and be humble. You got to. Shout out to Kendrick Lamar. Be humble. You got to be humble.
Shout out to Kendrick Lamar, for sure.
Yeah,
Phoenix, tell me what unity means to you.
Oh my goodness. Unity, for me, it means so much. It means coming together as a community, as a people. Whether you have your own little group of friends, your chosen family, your born into family, if you have a space where you can go, where you won't be judged, you will not be criticized, you will just be loved and respected, and those people do that for you, that is the unity right there. Because you come together, you embrace one another, you love one another, and that's so important. And that is one of the key aspects we are still missing today, you know, because like you said, we're bringing unity to the community. And if you don't have that in your own house, your own backyard, you're not going to have that out in the outside world. You're not. You got to have that unity. But again, it goes back to, you got to have unity within yourself. You can't expect someone to give you respect if you don't give them respect. Now, a lot of times, you got to let people know, don't expect me to respect you if you're not respecting me.
Facts.
And then if you're not respecting yourself, I'm damn sure not going to respect you.
Facts.
Like, come on now. You know, so I
Big
mean,
facts.
that's just pretty much what it comes down to it. Having that chosen tribe.
Yeah.
And just making sure they love you, they love on you, they embrace you for who you are.
Right.
And you do the same. That right there, that's that unity you need.
Yeah.
You know?
So the last thing to talk about is definitely progression, but I actually want to, I know where your show is headed. You have progressed. I mean, you're making moves to take your show to the next level, whether it be marketing, branding, promoting it, advertisement, everything. You know, the design, everything. We're working on all of that. So I feel like progression is pretty much covered. A new thing that I want to start doing on the JusB Show is let's take a moment and how about you pick one person that you want to give like praise to. You've been seeing them working. You've been seeing them focused, tunnel vision, making shit happen. I feel like that's very important for us to honor the people that we are, that part of our community.
Yeah.
You know, let's pick somebody. You pick somebody and you could tell them on the camera, let them know like, I see you. Shit.
Wow. Wow. I don't know why that just hit me so hard. Wow. You know what? Oh gosh, it's not really a person. Mm-hmm. It's an entire like workforce, and the people I definitely want to shout out to is the pageant community, because for so long we're still considered underground. Like we see that ballroom is now becoming still somewhat mainstream with the show Pose and Legendary, but pageantry is still so underground. And I got to see my second pageant, actually. My very first pageant was here in Las Vegas, and my second one was a national pageant, and it was for males. Excuse me. And to see the hard work that goes into it, and then having helped my sister in her pageant she won last year. Shout out to Jade Van Cartier, Miss Ultimate Entertainer for Royal Crowning. Helping her prepare for a pageant was something I've never experienced before. Mm. And to see this world excel the way it do. What y'all don't understand is there are so many pageants that go, literally I think it's over like 100 pageants in a year that go on. So many prestigious titles, so many accolades that go with this. But the hard work and determination that goes into the pageant world, so much society does not realize. And if you go to one, I guarantee you will be blown away at the hard work, the dedication, the time it takes for people to really put their lives on hold to pursue something they want to achieve in. Now, don't get me wrong. The glitz and the glamour is everything. I love the outcome. But if people knew the hard work, the blood, the sweat, the tears, the stress, the money, they have to put out their own money to get their costumes, everything, registration fees, getting sponsorship. It's hard. And that's why I want to give a shout out to the pageant world, because they are some of the most beloved, amazing people. I see stuff I've never seen before. And it's so crazy that me stepping into that world this year, I'm preparing for the male division of Ultimate Entertainer, y'all. I'll be sending my submission tape in soon. So hopefully I can be a contestant and hopefully win. When you watch Drag Race, that's a pageant, but it's spread out. Mm-hmm. When you go to an actual pageant, it's literally Drag Race crammed in 2 nights. Okay. Sometimes 4, depending on the pageant. And there's different pageant systems that have different accolades. Like right now, my uncle, shout out to Kane Connors, former Mr. Gay US of A at Large, 2015. He's now in Atlanta competing for another pageant. And a lot of times, people will do pageants here and there, and then they'll stop and they'll retire, but then they'll come back out, and then there are some people who compete year after year after year. I know a woman, y'all may know her, Kennedy Davenport from Drag Race. This woman has over 30 titles, 30 pageant titles. Now, when I hear that, I instantly think, bitch, you spent a lot of money. Goddamn.
Right. You know how many bags that is?
And people don't understand. I'm going to give y'all a quick breakdown. So, male pageantry. We literally just take a blazer, some pants, some shoes, a nice little dress shirt. We'll stone the jacket a little bit. We'll stone the shoes. Get a little costume for our talent. We done. Ladies, oh no.
Everything.
It's everything. The hair, the shoes, the dress, the makeup. It's a lot. I take my hat off to the women that do this because it's not easy. But that's who I really want to give a shout out to, because they have progressed so much. Gay and female pageantry has been around for over, I think, 50 years. You know, there's a documentary, I think it's on Netflix, called Queen. It literally dates back to like the 70s. And the good thing that I love about pageantry, gay pageantry, that's different from your standard, you know, Miss America type pageantry is, and I think her name is Cataluna. She broke the mold. She bust down the doors, being the first trans woman to compete and win Miss Nevada, US of A.
Okay.
And she went on to compete for Miss America. And what I love about the pageantry system is they don't care if you are gay, trans. You can be a bio man or a bio woman, I mean a natural born, you know, you were assigned to a male or female at birth. As long as you present male or female and you want to compete, have at it. You know, have at it. And the same thing goes for our trans men. You know, there's not a lot of space for our trans brothers. I wish, and this is what I mean when I say I ruffle little feathers. So,
Ruffle.
in the US of A system, y'all, if y'all know US of A pageantry system, there is the MI division, the Mr. Impersonator. That's strictly for trans men. Now, when I went to Mr. Gay America, it was just men, trans men. They didn't care as long as you present male. So I don't like how US of A divides the trans men from the bio men like myself. Let them compete with us.
Right.
They're men. Why not? You know, let's throw down.
Right.
Leave it all out on that stage. And because if you have trans women competing for the Miss title, why not have the men compete for the Mister in the same categories? I'm just saying. But again, y'all can definitely check out Let's Talk Pageants on Facebook. Twin, shout out to Twin. He definitely keeps everybody up to date on the different pageants that's going on in the world. Right now, I believe like they're having the Westland Emperor competition for a lot of our seasoned vets, like my uncle who's won pageants before. They just had Miss Gay America this month. And I believe we just had, I want to say Continental a few months ago. And yeah, that's about it. Also, one other thing, you guys. I just definitely want to send out my thoughts and prayers to Desiree DeMaurier. She's a former Miss Continental. She sadly passed away a few days ago. Big staple in the pageant community. Beautiful, beautiful black trans woman. And from what I've seen in pictures and read about stories, she was a very, very, very lovely woman. So definitely shout out to her family. I'm so sorry.
That's dope.
But yeah, pageantry is fun though. I love pageantry. It gives me life.
Right.
You know, because I always say there are two pageants that I plan on going to go see hopefully next year, because I'm going to be traveling a lot next year. Black America.
With the new passport.
With the new passport, baby. You know, I'm hitting Canada 2025.
Yeah, my meeting next month.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm saying.
I put them on. So there are two pageants in Atlanta, because we all know Atlanta's like the Black Hollywood. There's Black America and Black Universe. So the way I break those down is Black America is like your typical traditional Baptist church, clean cut suits, you know, no rhinestones, you know, very short skirts for the ladies. And then you have Black Universe, which is Kojic.
Right.
So Kojic, y'all, is Church of God in Christ. It is a huge fashion show. They say more is more diamonds, more feathers. It's amazing. I kid you not. I'm going to have to take Under the Hood with me one day to go see a pageant. I guarantee y'all, they will be blown away at just the fashions,
Right.
the talent that's out there.
Right.
Because you see people put they all into this, you know? And what I love about it as well is the camaraderie of it. You hear so many people. It's like going to a football game. You hear so many people rooting for their favorite person, and we get loud as hell.
Right.
Especially me. If I'm recording something, you gonna hear my voice on that camera, even though I'm supposed to be quiet. Hell no, I'm shouting them out.
Right.
But yeah, definitely shout out to the pageant world. It's truly progressive.
Yeah.
Truly.
Hey, that's definitely a beautiful thing to hear, man. And before we get off, before we get to the closing remarks, I just want to say, when I met you, it was cool. Like, all right, yeah. And you try to punk me and shit.
Listen, this dude was married to my sister. I said, who the hell is this dude?
Yeah, he tried to
Wait
punk
a
me and
minute.
shit. And I was like, I told my wife, I was like, hey, your bro, he crazy as fuck. You know what I mean? But then we invited him to the studios, and I got to know you even better.
Yep.
And one thing I can say is you really are comfortable being who you are. You feel me? And I just want to say I'm proud of you for doing that. My biggest flex is self-love. Self-love. And I can tell that you love yourself. So I'm proud of you. Hang on to that. Don't change who you are for real. Like, if you change it for you, not because of anybody around you. Fuck them. No offense, y'all, but if you got a problem with somebody being their own self, like they're authentic, what? We don't want to hear none of that shit. You feel me? So before we do get off of here, do me a favor and let the people know where they can find you.
Oh my goodness. So you guys can find me in a lot of places now, actually. You can find me with Under the Hood. Velvet Rope has partnered with Under the Hood. You can find me on Facebook, Phoenix Vuitton, Instagram, Phoenix_Vuitton, TikTok, Phoenix Vuitton, all one word. And you can also find me now on Bigo, which is The Velvet Rope. It's all together. And where I am a host on Bigo. So if you see me on there, definitely, hey, tap in, drop some beans, And so I pretty much expanded, the Velvet Rope, I would say House of Phoenix, pretty much empire, And like you said, we go into the marketing. I pretty much used to do all my marketing. Now that I'm with Under the Hood, I can fall back a little bit, but I still do my own a little bit here and there. And that's pretty much, you can find me. Facebook, Instagram, Bigo. If you find my Twitter, good luck. Just don't be surprised what you see. You won't see me, but you'll see a lot of the stuff that I like.
Shit.
Let's just say that's for the After Dark show we got coming up. So, yeah.
Hey, well, thanks again for coming to the show,
Yes,
brother. It was definitely a pleasure, and it always is every time I do see you. And I need y'all to do 3 things for me. I need you to, 1, I need you to smile, laugh, and definitely motivate. Number 2, inspire 1 to inspire all. Yeah. Let me repeat that one. Inspire 1 to inspire all.
Yes.
You feel me? It takes a village. Yes. And number 3 is the most important one for me. And I need you to just be the best version of your motherfucking self.
Amen.
Be comfortable in that, and then help other people learn how to do it as well.
Amen.
And I'll check y'all later.
Hey, if you can't love yourself, how the hell you gonna love somebody else? I'm just saying.
Facts. This is the JusB Show, Under the Hood production, and you already know what it is. We gone.